Yes, this kind of rhetoric will bring the world to the nuclear winter. Well, strategic nuclear winter, localized nuclear winter, but nuclear. Before I start, I need to ask you, please like and share it. Makes me motivated to create this unique content for you. Why unique? Because I have some insights. Where I have some insight, I'm not telling you. So please share to your friends if you like what I'm doing. Number one. And second one, what would be the better name for weekly digests? Terra Atomica or Terra Nuclearis? Please comment, let me know. So here we go. The week is so interesting. Ooh, the past month was so interesting. The past week was so intense. Oh, last week, global media exploded with reports a helicopter attack targeting Vladimir Putin during his visit to Kursk, an alleged assassination attempt. In response, Russia officially announced it's hunting down high-ranking Ukrainian officials, including Zelensky. Bye-bye. Western reporters and journalists are already throwing around reference to the 1977 Geneva Convention, hinting that Putin is a war criminal. One of the high-ranking U.S. generals even claimed Putin repeating Hitler's mistake, stretching the front lines too far, and Putin will lose. But seriously, do you really think that random general who hasn't seen real combat in decades understands this better than Russian high command that last 4 years in the war and before that in Syria? While the West lectures about international law and military ethics, the world inches closer to a nuclear winter. Yes, this kind of rhetoric will bring the world to the nuclear winter. Well, strategic nuclear winter, localized nuclear winter, but nuclear. Putin made today, May 26, 2025, Putin made his position clear. Russia will bomb, I quote, Russia will bomb, and bomb until its goals are achieved. Just the past week, Russia destroyed several US and Europe supplied Patriot systems and made sure the world knew about it. So massive PR campaign was given. The message, Russia is escalating, clearly. And the West, they responded by lifting restrictions on missile range for weapons supply to Ukraine. So the day Ukraine hits downtown Moscow, center of Moscow, with a serious strike, is the day Russian bear fully awakens. I'm not kidding. The bear is still sleepy. Russian drones have begun using Ukrainian mobile networks to strike with pinpoint accuracy, and Ukrainians can do anything. Meanwhile, European Union plans to disconnect 20 more Russian banks from SWIFT system. Okay. Europe still buying oil from Russia, still buying gas from Russia. They fully depend on Russia. Winter is coming. Russia, last week, launched a massive attack on Kyiv. At least 12 people were killed, over 50 injured. Reports say 400 drones were used in the assault. And this is just a test because Russia is planning to send up to 1,000 drones per attack. Can handle it. The country doesn't exist, including Russia itself, including United States. Over in Africa, the United States is pulling out, telling local leaders to fend for themselves. What did America trade Africa for? Time will tell. At the same time, Russia is massing 50,000 troops near Kharkiv, signaling to plan to create a buffer zone and take control of 4 additional regions. That would bring the total number of Ukrainian territories under Russian control to 8. Time is coming. If Ukraine resists more, Ukraine will be lost completely. Less than 10% will remain. Everything else will be a buffer zone. In the United States, Trump wants to ban foreign students from Harvard, citing Chinese influence on campus. I 100% support this decision. By banning foreign students from Harvard, he basically beheading future leaders, future creators of possibly terrorist, possibly evil organizations that might harm United States and people of United States. Russia and Belarus are preparing Zapad 2025, West 2025, a joint military drill in September. But insiders say it's not just an exercise. The plan: launch a real strike from the Belarus-Ukraine border and simultaneously begin bombing Poland and Ukrainians' Lviv region that is bordering with Poland. I think bombing the Poland, even with a strategic nuclear weapon, would be a great move by Russians, because so many troops in the Poland border in there, and I don't think that NATO's fifth article will be executed. Today, I found out interesting information. Came out since 2022, Russian school textbooks have been quietly removing references to Europe. It seems Russia is preparing its youth for a world without a Europe. Also, they even released a special textbook for 8th and 9th graders on how to program and operate drones. Very good textbook, by the way, I saw it. Let's move to European leaders. During Emmanuel Macron's visit to Vietnam, he and his wife, Brigitte, had a public spot. And yes, you probably saw the footage where she slaps at his face in frustration. Why? Allegedly because he, along with the US and Poland, lifted restriction on a long-range strikes against Russia without her approval. The slap, symbolic maybe, but very real. Meanwhile, Ukrainians are fleeing from Kharkiv and Odessa region in huge numbers. It will be Russian territories soon. Across Europe, leaders are now promising to boost military spending. How long it will take to build them real defense capacity, only God knows. Oh yeah, and they also announced that Germany will be sending 5,600 troops to Ukraine by 2027. Do they really think Russia will wait till 2027? That long? No. Russia is getting ready this summer, and the real blow is expected this fall. As for Trump's comment that Putin gone mad, Russian media is downplaying it, saying the former president is just tired and overly emotional. In my humble opinion, every major media says that Trump and Putin didn't agree, that the phone call was terrible, that Putin said "niet" to Trump. No. In my humble opinion, Putin and Trump did agree to escalate the war and reboot world economy. Thank you.